Hello, my name is Elizabeth Garmillo, and I will be talking to you about social media monitoring. Social media has come to highly impact and alter our lifestyles through its increased usage. When I'm referring to social media, I'm referring to social networks such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, etc. While the age range of social media users is very wide, teens ages 13 through 18 lie within the 89% of social media users. Because teens have a high usage, they are more than likely to have the most interaction and expression through these social networks. And due to such impact that the social media has on our adolescents, the Glendale School District has stepped in to take initiatives in changing these negative aspects that the social media may bring to our younger generations by implementing social media monitoring. A little bit of background on what the Glendale School District did before I get to my claim is, according to CNN, beginning in the fall of 2013, the Glendale School District hired a firm called GEO Listening, paying them $40,500 to monitor and report middle school and high school students on Twitter, Facebook, and other social media sites. And as they acquire that information, they will try to provide help to students or any disciplinary action necessary. For my claim, by implementing social media monitoring, we are implementing a new method of online safety that can help prevent both online and offline bullying, possible acts of suicide, all while increasing the level of parent involvement. My first supporting claim: social media monitoring prevents both online and offline bullying. According to bullyingstatistics.org, 48% of teens have been bullied while online, with 4 of these teens being verbally attacked more than once. 35% of teens have been threatened online. 58% of these teens have reported that someone said something harmful about them online. Many acts of bullying either begin online and escalate to offline bullying, or vice versa. Many acts of bullying we are constantly looking for ways to end cyberbullying or bullying itself outside of online, and we can preach to students about the wrongs of bullying, but I think with implementing social media monitoring, we can see any harmful or inappropriate acts that teens are doing on the internet, and locating the students that are being bullied, maybe providing them any help needed, and of course locating the students that are doing the acts of bullying and giving them consequences for the actions. By bringing an end to these acts of bullying, according to the studies of Yale University, bully victims are between 2 to 9 times more likely to consider suicide than non-victims of bullying. Which brings me to my next claim: social media monitoring helps prevent teens from committing suicide. According to bullyingstatistics.org, once again, suicide is within the top 3 leading causes of death for people ages 12 through 18. In the U.S., there is an average of 5,400 suicides attempted by students ages 7 through 12. USA Today states that researchers have found that suicide posts on Twitter came to be a reflection of the state suicide rates. Michael Burns, a health science professor at Birmingham Young University in Utah, and he's a co-author of an article called Crisis, states that the value of Twitter and other social networks is that it is real time. Because it is real time, we are able to take action sooner, and we are able to understand the at-risk groups and provide intervention for those students or teens in need. Taking this into account, according to CNN, before fall began in 2013, going back to the Glendale School District, they conducted a pilot monitoring 9,000 students in 3 high schools and middle schools. The pilot brought successful results, stated CEO of the firm GEO Listening, informing that there was a student who spoke of ending his life on social media. Therefore, they were able to contact the student and provide an intervention. Not only were they able to basically provide them intervention for the student through what he posted on the social media, but they were able to basically, save his life. Bringing me to my third claim: social media monitoring builds a bridge between students and parents, leading to more parent involvement. Now, CNN reports that the firm only monitors students in the district that are ages 13 or older. This is the age that parental permission is to monitor the students is not required, according to the contracted monitoring that the firm has established with the school. Because parents have been informed, they become more alert with what their children are doing online and I guess offline as well, which goes back to the fact that it's a way of implementing a method of online safety. If the parents are have been informed that their kids are going to be monitored, they're more hands-on, and they of course discipline their kids with their actions that they do online, and they prevent possible I guess dangers that their undisciplined actions may pose. For example, another example that was given in CNN was that a student posted a photo of what appeared to be a gun on the internet. It stated Glendale District Superintendent. Luckily, the gun was not real, but of course they called for disciplinary action from the parents and the school officials, staff. Okay. So implementing social media monitoring has caused parents to be more hands-on with their children's actions both in and out of school. Increasing parent involvement is also seen as implementing a method of online safety because it will enforce discipline with their children and with their online and offline activity. In conclusion, social media monitoring helps implement a new method of online safety, which helps prevent both online and offline bullying, prevents possible acts of suicide, all while increasing the levels of parent involvement and caution. By seeing the media activity, we can help those students facing bullying and discipline those who are doing the actions of bullying. We can provide interventions for students considering suicide, and we can have parents more alert on their children's actions. Thank you for your time.
All right, the topics identified, you kind of define what you mean by monitoring. Your proposition actually includes the preview, so that got a little complicated, and it makes your proposition sound like it's 4 sentences long. So you need to be a little bit more circumspect on that. Keep the proposition just to the main issue, and then develop the secondary points separately to support the proposition. Don't include them in the proposition. That just gets confusing. You did signpost at the beginning, and I thought you did an okay job being consistent on that. In fact, I thought there were actually some very good transitions between the points that told us where we were at any given point. So that organizationally, after that kind of rough start with the proposition, I thought everything worked out okay. A lot of the information is generic in nature about the risk of online bullying or potential threats that are going on there. The demonstration that the monitoring is effective, I thought was a little bit less strong than it might have been. You had sort of this general information on the third point about how parental involvement and there's an example of, somebody showed a picture of a gun, and I'm not exactly sure that necessarily means that there is either a threat or there's something dangerous that was going on there, but the parents could intervene. Well, that hypothetical is okay, and it illustrates the point. The one example that you had of anything that was demonstrable as a result of Glendale's project is the one kid who apparently indicated some suicidal tendencies, and they were able to intervene in that particular situation. That's the one piece of information that I think works to support your point. The pilot testing stuff, the source of your evidence is the CEO of the company that's been hired to do this kind of monitoring. And so there's potential bias that's built into that evidence there. The controversy on this isn't that that there's bullying that's going on online. So the part where you spend some time talking about bullying online, I don't think that that's particularly controversial. The question is this kind of program, is this intervention going to be successful at reducing it? You've kind of given us an explanation about why it should be able to, but I think the substance of the argument needs to be a little bit stronger with some other data. Are there other kinds of monitoring programs that have been successful that we could model and make an inference to this particular one? Also, ultimately, it sounds like you're not just arguing about whether or not it works in Glendale, but whether or not it would be an effective model in other contexts. And I think you shouldn't be shy about maybe making a broader argument than just focusing on Glendale. That there is a need for this kind of a program, and that it would work. Both are claims of fact. That we should do it is a different. That's a policy claim. But there's a need for it, or that it would work. Either of those would be okay. All right, thank you.